Good morning, children. I'm very happy to welcome you all to our computer science class. Today we are going to see the same lesson that what we saw in our previous class. That is lesson 3, Formatting in Microsoft Word 2010 part 2. Before I could start this video, let us recall to what we learned in our previous class. See children, in our previous class, we have discussed about formatting. In that, we saw character formatting and paragraph formatting. What we have discussed in our previous class, we have discussed about character formatting and paragraph formatting. That is, how to change the font style, font size, font color, subscript, superscript, and also how to change the text effects, line spacing, and paragraph spacing. This and all we have seen in our previous class. Shall we start our today's class, children? Yes. In this class, we are going to discuss about some other formatting options like indents, page margins, page orientation, watermark, custom watermark, and page border. In this class, we are going to discuss about some other formatting options, that is indents, page margins, page orientation, watermark, custom watermark, and page border. Let us see how to use these given options in MS Word one by one. Okay, children? Next one, indents. Indents are used to set the starting and ending points for lines in a paragraph. Indents are used to set the starting and ending points for the lines in a paragraph. For example, if you are writing your classwork, in that you have to start the question from left margin itself. But when you are writing the answer, you should give 2 finger space in that first line. Then start right. Do you know that? That space is known as indents. Here indents can be classified into 4 types. Indents can be classified into how many types? 4 types. What are that? The first one is the left indent. Second one is the right indent. Third one is the first line indent. And fourth one is the hanging indent. The indents can be classified into 4 types, that is left indent, right indent, first line indent and hanging indent. Let's see that one by one. Indents are used to set the starting and ending points for lines in a paragraph. Indents are used to set the starting and ending points for lines in a paragraph. To start and other, that is where to start and where to end. That is where to start and where to end. There are 4 types, that is left indent, right indent, first line indent and hanging indent. The last 2 are the special category. The last 2 are the special category. First one, left indent. It sets the starting point of all lines of a paragraph. It sets the starting point of all the lines of a paragraph. For example, first we have to select the paragraph which we want to change the left indent. After that, you have to choose the paragraph dialog box in the paragraph group. Click it. This is the indentation, left indent and right indent, left indent and right indent. Another 2 indents are comes under this special category. Okay, first line and hanging. First let me see the left indentation. I am going to give the 0.5. I am going to give the 0.5. Now click OK. See the difference. Can you see the difference? Before that, the paragraph is here. Now the paragraph is moved to here 0.5 moved here. This is the left indentation. Second one is the right indentation. Second one is the right indentation, that is it sets the ending point of all lines of a paragraph. It sets the ending point of all the lines of a paragraph. For that, go to the paragraph dialog box. In that, they are having the right indentation. In that, you have to select. I am going to give 0.7. I am going to give 0.7 indentation. Then click OK. Now, can you see the difference? The changes have been done. The changes have been done. Before that, the right indentation is here. Now, moved here. The paragraph is moved here. This is the right indentation. And next one, first line indentation. First line indent, that is it sets the starting point of the first line of a paragraph. It sets the starting point of the first line of a paragraph. For that, go to the paragraph dialog box. Here the first line indent in the category of special category. If we click the first line and click OK means it sets the starting point of the first line. It sets the starting point of the first line only. For first line only it sets the indentation, that is called the first line indent. And the last one is the hanging indent. Last one is the hanging indent. That means it sets the starting point of all the lines except the first line of a paragraph. It sets the starting point of all the lines except the first line of a paragraph. For that, we go to the paragraph dialog box. In that, special category is there. In that, you have to click the drop down list. You have to select the hanging. You have to select the hanging, then click OK. Can you see the difference? In the first line indent, it sets the starting point of the first line only. But in the hanging indent, it sets the starting point of all the lines except the first line of a paragraph. Except the first line of the paragraph. The next one is page margins. A page margin is a space between the text and the edge of each side of a page. A page margin is a space between the text and the edge of each side of a page. For example, a paper has 4 sides. A paper has how many sides? 4 sides. What are that? Left, right, top and bottom. These are the 4 sides of a paper, isn't it? Okay. If left side we are giving the space between the text and the edge of the paper means that is called left margin. If right side we are giving the space means that is called right margin. If top side we are giving the space means that is called top margin, like that bottom margin also. How to set the page margins? How to set the page margins? Where we go to get the page margin box? The first step is go to page layout tab, click on the margins option, click on the margins option and select any of the margin and select any of the margins which is displayed there. Let's see. Okay. Page margins. Page margins is a space between the text and edge of the page. Page margin is a space between the text and edge of the page. For that, we have to choose the page layout tab. Page layout tab. This is the page layout tab. In that you have to choose the margins. The list will appear. In that more options, more margins options are there. You have to choose any one from this list. I am going to choose the narrow. Can you see the difference, children? I am going to select one by one. I am going to select one by one. You can see the difference. Could you understand, children? Can you see the difference? Okay. This is the normal one. This is the normal one. The Word also allows us to customize the size of the margin in the page setup dialog box. The Word also allows us to customize the size of the margin. Customize means we have to enter the margin size manually. Okay, for that we are going to click the margin and select the custom margins and select the custom margins. This is the page setup dialog box. In that top, left, bottom, right, 4 options are here. So you have to select the top margin, bottom margin, left margin and right margin also. I am going to give 1.5 for all sides. Bottom also 1.5, left side also 1.5, right side also 1.5. Now click OK button. Now you have to click the OK button. Now see the difference. The changes are done. Would you understand, children? What is the page margins? Page margin is a space between the text and the edge of the page. Text and the edge of the page. This gap is called the margin. This gap is called the margin. It has four types. That is left margin, top margin, right margin and bottom margin. Okay, could you understand? Next one is page orientation. Page orientation is the way in which a document may be viewed or printed. Page orientation is the way in which a document may be viewed or printed. There are two types of orientation. There are two types of orientation. One is portrait, another one is landscape. One is portrait and another one is landscape. Portrait means a document is viewed or print vertically. Portrait means a document is viewed or printed vertically. That is, the length of a paper is more than the width of the paper. That is, the length of the paper is more than the width of the paper. Second one, landscape. Landscape means a document is viewed or printed horizontally. Landscape means a document is viewed or printed horizontally. That is, the width of the paper is more than the length of the paper. The width of the paper is more than the length of the paper. Here I gave one image in that first one is portrait, another one is landscape. For example, if we are taking a A4 sheet means, if we keep that sheet vertically means that is called portrait. For example, we are taking a A4 sheet. If we keep that sheet vertically means that is called portrait. If or else we keep that sheet horizontally means that is called landscape. Could you understand, children? What is the difference between portrait and landscape? Okay. How will we open the orientation box? The steps are, first one, go to page layout and click on the orientation. Then select either portrait or landscape. Could you understand, children? Page orientation is in which way the documents are displayed or printed. Page orientation is in which way the documents are displayed or printed. For that, we are going to the page layout tab. This is the page layout tab. In that, you have to choose the orientation. In orientation, we are having two options. One is portrait, another one is landscape. You have to choose either portrait or landscape. If we click the portrait means the page is going to vertically. The page is becoming vertically. If we are selecting the landscape means the page become to the horizontally. Can you see the difference between the portrait and the landscape, children? If you are selecting the portrait means the page is displayed in vertically. That is, the width of the length of the page is more than the width of the page. Suppose if we are selecting the landscape means it displays the horizontally. That is, the width of the page is more than the length of the page. Could you see the difference? Could you understand, children? Can you see the difference between the landscape and portrait? Okay. Next one is watermark. A watermark is a faded image or text that sits across the contents of a document. A watermark is a faded image or text that sits across the contents of a document. Watermarks are usually used in important official documents to avoid forgery. Watermarks are usually used in important official documents to avoid forgery. For example, our school also using watermark as a way to add our school logo onto the background of a question paper to avoid copyright. In our schools also using the watermark in question papers to avoid the copyright. Okay, could you understand, children? Okay, let me know the steps to apply the watermark. Could you understand? To apply a watermark to a document, follow these steps. The first step is click on the page layout tab. Click on the page layout tab. I circled the page layout tab in red color. Can you see that? Yes, that is the first step. Second step is click on the watermark option to open a drop down list. That also I marked in red color. In that, choose any one of the style to apply a watermark on a document. In that, you have to choose any one of the style to apply a watermark on a document. See how to apply the watermark in Word document. Before that, we saw the steps to apply the watermark with the help of images. But now we are going to do this. Okay. So tell me the steps to apply the watermark, children. Before do the steps, first we need the Microsoft Word document. For that we should open the Microsoft Word window. Already I opened a document to apply the watermark. Okay. So open it. This is our Word document. This is your worksheet. Now we are going to apply the watermark for this worksheet. Okay, could you understand, children? Let's start. Okay. What is the first step to apply the watermark? Go to the page layout tab. This is the page layout tab. Click on it. In that you have to select the watermark option. Where is the watermark option? Here the watermark option. So click the watermark option. After clicking the watermark option, the drop down list will appears. The drop down list appears. The list contains many styles of watermark. The list contains many styles of watermark. You have to choose any one from them. I am going to select the first one. So click on it. The watermark is appeared. Can you see this? It looks very light. So I am going to give the dark color. For your reference. Okay. For that I am going to click the watermark. Choose the color here. I am going to select the color red. Apply. Close. Now can you see this? These are the steps to apply the watermark. Could you understand, children? Remove watermark. After applying the watermark, suppose we don't want the watermark in that particular document means we can remove that watermark also. That option also available in MS Word. Okay, let us see the steps to remove the watermark. The first step is go to the page layout tab. If you want to remove the watermark from the document means you have to click the remove watermark option in the watermark drop down list. That is first step, go to the page layout tab, and second step is click on the watermark option, and finally you have to select the remove watermark. That also I marked in red color. Can you see that? Okay. Could you understand, children, how to remove the watermark in our document? Okay. After applying the watermark, we suppose we don't want the watermark in that particular document means we can remove that watermark also. That option also available in our MS Word. Let's see the steps to remove the watermark. For removing the watermark also, we want to go the page layout tab. After that you have to click the watermark option. The drop down list will appears. In that list you have to choose remove watermark. The remove watermark is here, so you have to click it. The watermark will be removed. Can you see this? Okay. Before that we are applied the watermark here. Now we removed that watermark. Okay. Could you understand, children? Next one, custom watermark. You can apply a picture or text as a watermark instead of the default text using custom watermark option. We can add a picture or text as a watermark instead of the default text by using the custom watermark option. See the steps to apply the custom watermark, that is picture or text watermark. See the steps, children. What is the first step? As usual, go to the page layout tab. This is the first step. In that you have to select the watermark option. This is the second step. Both are marked in red color. Can you see that? Okay. After selecting the watermark option, the drop down list will appears. In that you have to select the custom watermark. This is the step number 3. Okay. After selecting the custom watermark, the printed watermark dialog box will appears. In that you have to select the picture watermark. First you have to select the picture watermark. After that you have to select the select picture button. After that you have to click the select picture button. This is the fourth step. That also I marked in red color. Can you see that? Okay. When I click the select picture button, whenever we select the select picture button, the insert picture dialog box appears. After clicking the select picture button, the insert picture dialog box appears. In this box having more pictures, you have to select any one of them. That is the fifth step. After selecting the picture, you have to click on the insert button. This is the step number 6. After clicking the insert button, you will get the selected picture as a watermark. This is the picture watermark. These are the steps for apply the picture watermark. Could you understand, children, how to apply the picture watermark by using the custom watermark? Okay. Before that, we applied one watermark, no? That is the default text. We can also add the picture or text as a watermark instead of that default text. If you add the picture as a watermark means we have to follow these steps. What is our first step? First step is go to the page layout tab and then select the watermark option. Click it. In that you have to choose the custom watermark. To apply the picture watermark, which option you have to choose? Custom watermark option you have to choose. So click on it. The printed watermark dialog box will appear. Watermark dialog box will appear. In that there are 3 options are available: no watermark, picture watermark and text watermark. First one, by default it can selected the no watermark. It is selected by the no watermark option. If we want to add the picture watermark means you have to click that picture watermark option. After that you have to click the select picture button. Now I am going to set our school logo as a watermark for this worksheet. This is our school logo. So you have to select it. After selecting this logo, you have to click the insert button. After selecting this picture, you have to click the insert button. Here apply and close. Then only we can get our school logo as a watermark in this worksheet. Can you see the logo? It looks very light. Okay. These are the steps to apply the picture watermark. Suppose if we don't want the picture as a watermark in this page means what can we do? Again go to the page layout tab and then click watermark and then select which option? Remove watermark option. If I click the remove watermark option means our school logo is removed from this page. Our school logo is removed from this page. These are the steps to apply the picture watermark and remove the watermark again. Okay, could you understand, children? Suppose if you want to add the text as a watermark means in that printed watermark you have to select the text watermark instead of picture watermark. The first one is the no watermark, second one displays the picture watermark, and third one is the text watermark. Can you see that in that printed watermark there are three options are there. First one no watermark, second one picture watermark, and third one text watermark. If you don't want any watermark means we have to select the no watermark. If you want to add the picture as a watermark means you have to select the picture watermark option, or else you want to apply a text as a watermark means you have to select the text watermark. After clicking that you have to type the text in text box, in that box that is marked as the red color arrow mark, no, and in that box you have to type the text which you want to apply as a watermark. After that you have to click the apply and OK button. Then you have to get the text as a watermark, that is called the text watermark. Could you understand, children? What is the difference between picture watermark and text watermark? Okay. And also add the text as a watermark by using custom watermark. We can also add the text as a watermark by using custom watermark. For that you have to follow some steps. The steps are same as the picture watermark. What is the first step to set the picture as a watermark? Go to the page layout. Here also the same step. Go to the page layout and then select the watermark option. The drop down list will appear. In that list you have to choose the custom watermark. The printed watermark dialog box will appear. In that you have to select the text watermark option. Before that we saw the picture watermark, how to apply the picture watermark, but now we are going to see that how to apply the text watermark. For that you have to choose this option, text watermark option. Here one text box is there, no? Text box is there, no? In that box you have to enter the name which you wish to set as a watermark. In that box you have to enter the name which you wish to set as a watermark. I am going to give the name as Trinity. T-R-I-N-I-T-Y, Trinity, our school name, no? So I am going to give the name as Trinity. Then after typing the name you have to click the apply and close. Here the name is displayed as a watermark in background of this worksheet. Can you see this? Can you see the name, children? Okay, I am going to change the color. Now you can see the name as a watermark, that is Trinity. We are set our school name as watermark for this worksheet. Could you understand, children, how to apply the watermark, how to apply the picture watermark, and also how to apply the text watermark? This and all we have seen in this class. Okay. And also how to remove the watermark also we have to discuss in this class. Next one is page border. A border is an outline given to a page to make it look more attractive. A border is an outline given to a page to make it look more attractive. For example, if your teacher asked to write about computer in A4 sheet means what we do? First, we take the A4 sheet and then we put the border for all sides. Then we write about the given topic. Am I right? First, take the A4 sheet. Then we put the border for all sides. Then only we start write about that given topic. Am I right? That is called the border. To add the border to your page, follow some steps. To add the border to your page, follow some steps. What is the first step? As usual, click on the page layout tab. In that tab, you have to select page borders. After clicking the page borders, the border and shading dialog box opens. The border and shading dialog box opens. This is the border and shading dialog box. In that, you have to click the page border tab. In this dialog box, there are three options are there: borders, page border, shading. But you have to select page border for draw the page border. In that, you have to choose the style, color and width of the border. You have to choose the style, color and width of the border. And one more option is there, that is art. When we click the art option, the drop down list will open. In that list, having more artistic borders. In that list, there are more artistic borders. You have to choose any one from it and then click OK. That is the final step. Click OK is the final step of the apply the page borders. There are here I am giving some examples for page borders. The first one is the plain border for this sheet. First one is the plain border and second one is the artistic border. Just now we saw the one option, no, that is art. In that option having this type of borders. This type of borders. That is called artistic border. That is called artistic border. Okay. Page border. Just now I told the definition of border. A border is an outline given to a page to make it more attractive. Border is an outline given to a page to make it more attractive. For giving page border, we should follow some steps. For giving page border, we should follow some steps. For that also, we can go to the page layout tab. For that also, we can go to the page layout tab. Page layout tab. I am going to give the border in this same page. In this worksheet only, I am going to give the border. Okay. For that, we go to the page layout tab. In that, you have to select the page border. For giving page border, you have to select the page borders option. Click on it and the borders and shading dialog box will appear. Borders and shading dialog box will appear. In that dialog box, there are three tabs are there: borders, page border, shading. From these three tabs, you have to choose the page border. Okay. Here we are having setting section, style, color, width, art, and apply to. These options are there. Choose the style, color, and width of the border also. You can customize the style, thickness and number of pages for a border to apply to your document also we can select, we can choose. Okay, first I am going to choose this box. First option is none means we don't want the border. Okay, if we want the box border means you have to select the box. It looks like this, that is we are getting the border in 4 sides, for 4 sides. If we select this shadow means we are getting like this, we are getting the border like this. If we are select the 3D option means we are getting the page border like this only. Okay, first I am going to select the box. After selecting this box, I am going to choose the style of the border, style of the line. So this line I am going to choose, this style I am going to choose. Okay, so the page border will become like this. Okay, and then next we can also choose the color itself. Which color we want to choose? We have to choose blue color. Okay, and then next width of the line size, width of the line size, it having maximum up to 6 pt. So I am going to click the maximum size of the border. Now click the OK button. The page border will appear here. Can you see the page border here? Okay, these are the steps for apply the page borders. Okay, borders can be two types. Borders can be two types. One is plain borders, another one is artistic borders. One is plain border, another one is artistic border. For applying artistic border, we can select the page borders. From this you have to choose the art option. Here art option is there, no? In that you have to click this arrow mark. These are the types of artistic borders. So you have to select any one from this. I am going to choose this tree. Okay, the border will come like this only. This is the artistic border. Borders can be classified into two types. One is plain border, another one is artistic borders. For getting artistic border, you have to choose the border style from the art section. One more time I am going to the page borders. If we want to plain border means you have to choose the styles from here. If you want to get the artistic picture means you have to select the borders here only. Okay, these are the steps to apply the page border. Could you understand, children? Okay. Let's see the small recap of this class. In this class, we have discussed about some of the formatting options like indents, page margins, page orientation, watermark, custom watermark and remove watermark, and also the page border. This and all we have discussed in this class. This is the time to wind up, children. We will see in our next video class. Thank you, children.